Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hey up and welcome back to Football Manager Journeyman with Yeovil Town. We are at the final day of the season. I said we would be back when we could win the league. You're probably wondering how we got here. If you're excited for this final episode, please make sure you smash that like button down below and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. So, we left off at the Scunthorpe game after the 3-0 win. We then beat Oxford City 1-0. A Kyle Fitzgerald goal in 90+4 won us the game. We'd missed a header really late on and I thought that was it. We then went to York and lost 1-0 and we weren't good in that game. We were really poor. Then we played Gateshead and we got a 2-1 win in a game in which, again, we were very, very poor. We were very lucky to come away with the 3 points. We also lost Fitzgerald for the rest of the season in that game. We just played Torquay and had a 0-0 in which we dominated and we just couldn't score. And in that game, Bromley lost, which meant a win. If we'd managed to pull out a win, we would have won the league. So it leaves the league like this. We are a point clear. We have a +4 goal difference on Oldham. We have to win. And we are playing Doncaster, who need to win to survive. I was like, okay, I need to wear something green. And the only thing green I had was a Brussels sprout Christmas shirt. Let's get into this. Now, I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna feel free to comment and tell me how I'm getting my excuses out of the way. If at the start of the season you had told me that on the final day we could get playoffs or go up, like if you told me at the start of the season we would be in the playoffs at the end of the season, I would have bit your hand off because I would have said, okay, we didn't win the league. It's a tough league to get out of, but playoffs, you know, that's a fantastic position to be in. You know, you look, we're supposed to finish 14th. The board wanted us to avoid relegation. We've also signed a new 3-year deal at the club. If you told me all these things at the start of the season, I would have bit your hand off. I'm telling you now, if we lose on the final day to Doncaster, or draw, if we can't beat Doncaster on the final day, and that's the reason that we end up in the playoffs, I'm going to be devastated, and it will kill me. So let's get into this. Here is your lineup for the final game of the season. Hopefully, it's Rose in goal, a back four of Ashcroft, Jones, Carragher and Haste. Senga and Ongoya and Biffway are your two midfielders. Kalen on the right, Beckham on the left, Maguire Drew in behind Slevin. A bench of Dazinski, Sidic, Wes Jones, Asamuga and Sander. First highlight, Jaros with a goal kick or a free kick. We need to be winning them, lads. Smith on the ball. He goes out wide here to Simpson. Callan gets back to block him. There's a ball to the back post. Callan and Leaf aren't surviving the full game. Corner for Doncaster. Rose comes out and collects. Get in, come on. Goes out here to Carragher. Carragher to Haste. Haste to Maguire Drew. Beckham. To Carragher. To Haste. In the middle to... Come on, Haste! Well in, Carragher. Gonna get a cross in here. Carragher gets it clear. And we're 1-0 down. Broadbent puts Doncaster 1-0 up after 17 minutes. Oh, well, it was just stupidity. Sanger and Goya was there for the pass. Carragher comes across to make the block. And then he gets it half clear, but Smith manages to control it down for Broadbent to drill it in. And Oldham are 1-0 up against Woking. And it's half time. There was no more highlights. We've had all of the ball, but we're just not creating anything clear cut. Right, throw in here for Doncaster. Ball goes all the way back here to... And it's now with Struven. And we're 2-0 down. No. Not like this, lads. Not like this. We've fallen apart at the death. Rose has no chance for that. Alright, free kick here with Maguire Drew. Ball to the back post. Slevin over the bar. Since he went off on national duty, he hasn't scored since he's been back. Right, Hayes with a throw. Goes to Maguire Drew. Maguire Drew does really well. Plays it around. He's offside. He scores, but he's offside. Come on. We're down to 10 men apparently. Apparently at some point Ashcroft went off injured. So we're currently playing with no right back. As you can see. It's all over. Throw for Doncaster. Corners whips the ball in. What a save by Rose. Oh no. That is full time. And by all accounts, Oldham. Oldham 1-2-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes. One in the game and one in the league. Now we have to play the playoffs. Chances are without Ashcroft. We'll play either Torquay or Chesterfield. Alright. So what we're going to do with the rest of this episode then, it will be highlights of the playoffs and maybe the final playoff game, if we get to the final. And there you go. Our run at the end of the season just killed us. Games like that where we should have, maybe not that one, but like games like this where we just conceded early. Games against teams like that. These shitty draws have cost us in the season. And then you don't turn up on the final day against a team that are fighting relegation. You don't take your chances against a team that would have won you the league after you do the hard work of beating one of the challengers for it. And then you turn up for a semi-final and you put in that kind of performance. Like, the penalty was harsh. The commentary said at the bottom that it was a very harsh decision. The second goal, you play your winger wings a tackle and it falls straight to them. And then you create nothing. And I know that realistically we have to look and say, well, we lost 30 goals, striker. We lost our creative midfielder who had done 20 goals and assists. You then lose your right back before the game. You lose your centre back before the game. just hurts. It's frustrating. No, we've got to spend another season in this league. And everyone knows how hard it is to get out of this league because of the fact that only one team goes up automatically. We've made a couple of transfers. They'll be in so we've got Bevan Rosimus here who is coming in. They've all accepted future prospects, so they're all on like 100, 200 quid. One of them's on 5, but he's probably the most likely to get first team football. He's very much a centre back. We'll see how he goes. Ewan O'Connor, he's actually agreed to join us. He looks like a decent centre back. Rhys Davis has agreed to. I love how we no longer have a scout report, even though they were just here and we had a full scout report there. He comes in very much like I reckon he can cover Haste. Grant Foster comes in as another. Oh no, Grant Foster's the one that comes in to cover Haste. He's very much in that. What's it? We're looking at Ryan Hodge as well. Very much a you know me. I love a 6 foot tall winger, and finally Rafferty Cuthbertson. He'll probably go out on loan next season. Let's have a look at this. Let's do the squad report. Let's just do not a club. All right, let's go by our position. We'll do it this way. All right, goalkeepers. Joe Rose played every game of the season. 17 clean sheets. I think he has been superb for us. I'm quite happy to have him next season as our first choice goalkeeper. I think that he is very good for us, very good for this level. I don't think there's much more to say. Been very happy with him. Dazinski's leaving. We're going to have to find ourselves a new backup goalkeeper. Senior squad. Defenders. We'll start with the centre-backs. Let's go by appearances. So, ignore Lee Hayes. So James Jones signed a new... He's got a new contract coming in at the end of the season. 43 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, average of 6.97. He's been solid. Been very good for us. Very happy with the signing, like with him. Glad he's going to be around till next season. Cardo Sidic started 22 games. He covers for Haste well. I think he's here next season. He's going to be here till next season. I think he's solid at coming in and rotating, and if he has to start, it's not a problem. James Carragher, I'm going to try and do everything I can to get him. He's wanted by some bigger teams, which is a worry, but I think he's come in and he's actually been pretty solid for us. So we'll see what happens there. Onirias, he will be leaving. Made 11 appearances, 7 substitute appearances. Just kind of fell down the pecking order. And as everyone knows, centre-back isn't a position that you really rotate that often. That kind of leaves all of them. Right-backs, it's been all Ashcroft. 36 games, 6 assists, a 7 average rating. He has been absolutely fantastic. Was a really good pickup. The backups were Statham. He'll be leaving in the summer. And Jordan Thomas, they both made 6 appearances each. They're both going to leave in the summer. Neither of them are really at the level we need them to be. On the left, Ollie Hayes played 44 games, got 5 assists. He's our captain. He's been solid. Happily have him staying around. He's here for at least another year. He's club captain. Daniel Martin made 4 appearances. He'll be leaving. The thing is, players like Daniel Martin, it's a case of he's very different to Haste anyway, which then messes up our tactic. And as a backup, I'd rather just have a youngster. I'd rather have someone that's, 17, 18, Like, he's not much better than Rob Dunn here. So I'd rather kind of give opportunities to Rob Dunn than giving Daniel Martin a chance, who has let us down multiple times. Going into defensive midfielders, Leaf Bythway, 31 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. He was very good for us this season. He's currently wanted by, I'm going to assume they're all Championship sides. Oh, no, Norwich are a Premier League side. He's got a release clause, but it's only a relegation release clause. So if we can be pushing 400,000 for him, then that's massive money to this club. I'll be happy with that. Senga and Goya, 28 games, 15 subs, 3 goals, 3 assists. He's been very solid. They've formed a very good partnership. Josh Staunton, 23 games. Probably going to be the end of his playing contract with us. If he's willing to retire, then we'll take him on as a coach. But other than that, I think that's him done. Naughty, 12 games, 7 subs, 1 goal, 1 assist. The step up he just didn't make the step up. So he'll leave in the summer as well. Wes Jones has been progressing this year so good and at 17, he's come through the academy. He's going to get a lot of football next season. I like rotating him and, kind of switching him and Leaf around in that Segunda Volante role. But when we play free midfield, he can also cover in the Mazzala. Shannon didn't feature. He's gone. I've wanted him gone all season. He's just injured all the time. Looking at more of the attack. Oh, to be fair, I don't need to. I'll just do attacking midfielders. Fitzgerald, 31 games, 12 goals, 8 assists. It's not bad, is it? 7.24 average rating. We really missed him at the end of the season because he was scoring for fun towards the end of the season. Got him until 2028. Looking forward to it. I imagine we could see a lot of interest in him in the summer. Maguire Drew, 12 games starting, 26 sub appearances, 5 goals, 8 assists. I might negotiate a new contract with him if he's willing to go down very much below that 1,400. He's good to have because he can play in so many positions. But if not, I don't see it. I don't see him sticking around. Sonny Elo Everton, 12 games, 1 goal, 2 assists. We've been trying to get rid of him all season and all. Scott Sinclair made one start, 1 substitute appearance. He's retiring at the end of the season. Nijay Tucker's going to leave. He got 1 sub appearance. And then if we go to wingers, Beckham, 41 games, 10 goals, 14 assists. Been superb. Glad he's got a new contract. It's going to be big next season. Corey Callum wants a new contract, so we're going to negotiate that with him at the end of the season. 25 starts, 14 subs, 9 goals, 7 assists. Massive, very good numbers coming from one very young and a young winger that are fighting for the same spot. Stanley, 24 starts, 23 substitute appearances, 6 goals, 9 assists. I'd happily keep him around again, but it's just not going to happen. He's unhappy at the club. It is what it is. Benjani got 1 sub appearance. He's going to go. Alfie Robinson, we might see him getting more first team football next season. We may look at loaning him out. He's 16 and already looking very good. And then Kane Eddy, probably looking at keeping him around for a little. He's been here for 2 years. He's been here since 2024. All right. A lot of that then will come down to. Oh, yeah, we'll loan him out then because he's homegrown at club. And then strikers. Hamzid Kogbo, 30 goals, 3 assists in 30 games. What a miss he is and he's going to be. We're looking at Christmas by the time he's back. It's horrid. Other than that, Patsy, 3 goals in 9 games. He scored 3 and 3 at the start and then he went off for international duty and he just couldn't score when he came back. We'll have to look at whether we do bring him in next season. And Sandat, 6 goals, 15 subs, 6 starts, 15 subs, 4 goals. We're going to look at moving him on. He's not for us. Yeah, this kid's a centre back. Why are you trying? All right. So that's kind of squad report. Realistically, it's go again. It's very much we've got to look at next season and really bouncing off and seeing what we can do. I think squad-wise, we've got a lot of first-team players that are fantastic, and I think I'm happy with most of the starting 11. To be fair, I'm happy with the entire starting 11. I think we need a left midfielder, but it's going to be finding a striker that covers while Cogbo's out. And as has been us every season, finding good quality in depth. I feel like this year we've been better at it. We've had more quality in depth. But I also feel like we're still a long way off. The fact that, towards the end of the season, we're playing Maguire, Drew's having to start games, and that's not what we want. We realised at the start of the season it wasn't what we needed. We didn't need him starting games. So, yeah, it's... I'm very split because part of me is like, just get straight into pre-season and sorting everything out. And the other part of me is, I am genuinely devastated by this. The fact that it was in our hands and we've given it away like that. So it's very much a case of I might have to take a couple of days just to reconfigure myself and get over what happened. And I know that it's so dramatic, but it's been a lot of hours and a lot of not. I'm not going to say stress. It isn't stress, but it's been a lot of hours and a lot of. I am very much with things like this. I'm all or nothing, and so yeah, having just watched that happen, all or nothing. I've been giving it my all, and to see it go like that is just tough. There is also every possibility we're going to look at things like this and taking a job. I think for me, it has to be League One. I think it defeats the object of us finding a League Two side and going up half a step kind of thing. When I think it's got to be a case of it's got to be League One. And go from there. But that is going to be where we end the episode. If you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. All the support really does mean the world to me. I have been Justin, and you have had just enough.